What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And today I actually have my mother's Toyota. Sorry I haven't uploaded any videos to the channel, but I had a death in the family which brought me all the way back to England, which is why I've not been able to upload videos as regular. Right before I'm leaving for the airport, I'm reviewing my mother's car, which is a 2019 Toyota CHR. It's a 1.2 liter, and as you can notice, I am on the wrong side of the steering wheel, so this is going to be interesting. It's a bit of a bootleg review because I'm doing it in a rush, and all the data that was on my phone is stuck because it's doing some update. So a lot of the details, I'm just going to put them up on the screen for you to see, since my phone's all locked up, and we'll just do it that way. So without further ado, let's take this thing for a spin. And it is a 6-speed manual on top of that. Woo! It's weird being on the other side of the steering wheel. I'll tell you this though, the overall build quality feels quite good, I must say. And this car does come with a electronic parking brake, which for a small little Toyota back in the day, they never used to come like that, so that is interesting. On the 6-speed manual, you do have to lift the gear lever up and over to the left, and that is how you back up. And being that it's only a 1.2 liter, it is not a very quick car whatsoever, which you shouldn't expect it to be, but it is highly economical. So you do get a combined gas mileage of 47 miles to the gallon. So I'll put the city mileage and I'll put the highway mileage up on the screen too, but it is highly economical, this vehicle. And it's a bit of a weird one. It's a strange looking car, because it's like a car and an SUV, but yeah, it's a weird one. I'm not sure if it's really a crossover or if it's a car, because it's just got such a weird look to it. But it drives quite nice. And as I'm driving down these country roads, there's a ton of speed bumps, which is kind of normal in a vehicle like this. But the engine is not that powerful. It makes somewhere between 114 and I can't remember if it's 114 or 130 horsepower, and the torque is not very much either. So I'll put all that up on the screen too. Trunk size is excellent on this car. It's actually really big because it's a hatchback, but it does also have the seats that fold all the way down, which is amazing. So because it's a hatchback and the seats fold down, as you can see with my suitcase, you can fit a ton of room in there. I do really like how clean the engine bay is on this car, and that there's not a ton of plastic everywhere on it. And then also on top of that, the looks of this car are a bit strange, but they've actually over time they've grown on me. So it's not something that I would necessarily get, but it is a good looking car, and the steering is fairly light and easy to maneuver, especially on these small little English roads. So that is kind of a cool thing. And then you've got a decent style dash as far as all of the stuff that you get on the middle of the screen. The radio on this particular car, it does not have satellite navigation, but you can option these cars with a sat nav, so you can do that. And then This gloss black on the dash, it's constantly got fingerprints on it, which is something that I hate, and I know that it always looks dusty. But other than that, it looks fairly good. I'm actually liking the door panels, even though they're kind of a cheaper plastic, but this is still an economy car. And yeah, it still has got a good look to it. Glove compartment is pretty good, and it's got some a decent size armrest here, which is a good height for me. And on top of that, there's a lot of storage. There's 6 different cup holders. There's 2 cup holders in the back doors. There's 2 cup holders in the middle compartment, and there's cup holders in the doors. But the door pockets are minimal. But overall, this car is not bad, and you can tell it's a turbo because you can feel when the turbo kicks in. So even though it's a 1.2, it can get out of its own way when you want it to. So that is the good thing about this vehicle. And it's very smooth, and even though it does not have the leather seats, these seats are actually quite comfortable. So that is surprising, to say the least. I'm quite happy with how comfortable the seats are. When I drove from the airport, it was like it ended up being a 6-hour drive because of all the traffic, and I remained comfortable the whole time. So I have got no complaints when it comes to the comfort of this car. Top speed is limited to, I believe, around 118 miles an hour, which in a vehicle like this, I see no reason why you would need to be going any faster than 118. So, especially on little English roads where there is constantly speed cameras trying to give you tickets. So that is not something that you need to worry about at all, going fast in this thing. Let me do another quick turn. Thank you, mother, for letting me drive your car. This car is actually surprisingly nice to drive. It's a lot nicer to drive than what I was expecting it to be. The steering wheel actually feels really good in your hand. It feels about the same as the Toyota Supra that I drove, which is really sad because that's not knocking this, but what it does say is a cheap economy car should have a steering wheel that feels a lot nicer than a $65,000 Toyota Supra, which I don't know what it is in pounds, how much it costs, but I'm sure it costs even more because they're expensive. So, but anyway, this was just a quick one. Any other details, because my phone's updating, I'm just gonna put it on the screen. And thanks for watching the video, and I will be back to posting videos on a regular very soon. Since I'm flying back to America today, I've still got some work trips planned, so in the next couple of weeks I should have a few videos that come out, and then I'll be back on a regular schedule. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.